Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad and Joyeux Noel. I'm Mark Walton and she's Jane Douglas, and welcome to this special holiday edition of Start Select, the video game show that remembers the real meaning of Christmas. That's right, the presents.
Correct. That's why first up, Mark has your essential gift guide for gamers. Perfect for finding a last-minute present for the Game Boy or Game Girl in your life, or pointing your loved ones out if they're short of ideas.
Second in our festive lineup, we're declaring war on Christmas. Vietnam War, that is, in the sense that we show you what's what in Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam, the Nam set digital expansion for EA's military FPS.
And then to top it off, it's a merry jaunt through snowbound London town on a Warcraft-themed tavern crawl, aka pub quest, to celebrate the launch of World of Warcraft Cataclysm.
And in other news, there's the news, including a roundup of the hot trailers that appeared at this year's VGAs. Then there's time for your feedback, the schedule for upcoming releases, such as they are, and competitions, before we're off to deck the GameSpot halls and slaughter the GameSpot turkey.
And then there's a community game night coming up on Tuesday the 21st of December.
That's right.
Just go to the GameSpot forums to find out how to join. It's going to be Assassin's Creed Brotherhood on PS3.
Time for the news. You can get your fill of GameSpot's news over at gamespot.com/news, but for now we want to talk VGAs. That is the Spike Video Game Awards that went down in the States over last weekend.
Besides the awards themselves, the ceremony dropped a number of nuclear-grade bombshells. Like, who'd have thought BioWare was planning a sequel to Mass Effect 2?
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Never would have thought it. Anyway, we're still sifting through the fallout, but the reveals included trailer premieres for, and brace yourself,
There's Uncharted 3, Drake's Deceit.
yes, Forza 4.
Deception, Drake's Deception.
Deception, yes.
Yes, SSX Deadly Descent.
Yes, that's looking interesting. Worst game name ever, but we'll get on to
Quite.
that in a minute. Resistance 3, Prototype 2.
Batman Arkham City,
Yes.
4, no, and
Oh yes, Insane.
Insane from Del Toro.
Del Toro.
Coming 2012?
No, 2013.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Okay.
So Del Toro's famous for Hellboy and Pan's Labyrinth, I believe. So yeah, that's looking quite interesting. Maybe some horror-themed kind of stuff.
I hope so. And yeah, your pick of the trailers?
So there were a few I really liked. Mass Effect 3 was kind of a big one for me.
Yeah.
London.
Yeah,
amazing.
sniping from Big Ben. I could go for that.
Sniping for Big Ben. It'd be interesting to see if we can actually visit Earth this time around.
Yes.
And see what London looks like.
Yeah,
in
well,
that.
it looks pretty similar from the trailer. You know, you got the London Eye in there. I'm a little dubious that that's what London's going to look in Mass Effect era. But,
Well, yeah.
but, you know, maybe they're all holograms. They're all London built on the remains of old London, like
It's
new
just,
London.
It's just a super high-tech Big Ben.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right.
It's like robotic and stuff.
Okay, so
Maybe it can sprout
laser-powered
legs
Big
and
Ben.
maybe
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to fight it as a boss. I'm not
Okay,
sure.
okay.
But yeah, that was looking really
Yeah,
good.
that and Uncharted.
Gosh.
Super good, right?
Uncharted.
Okay.
Yes.
Sensing a theme, you know, remember the trailer for Uncharted 2 was Drake in the middle of a snowfield with a train crash. Now we've got in the desert with a plane crash. So yeah, looking really good. I like there's a little bit of gameplay even, which was hard to come by.
Absolutely.
At the VGAs.
Most of them are just teasers with CGI.
Yeah,
So.
or even live action, right?
I know.
So
But,
what?
that was looking good. I mean, there was SSX as well, which, as we mentioned, has the worst name ever for a snowboarding game.
What's in a name, right?
But yeah, it was a mix of kind of Call of Duty, Medal of Honor sort of stuff with snowboarding. In
Gritty, dark.
gritty snowboarding.
Yes.
I loved SSX as a series, so that'll be interesting to see how that pans out, really. But and then, of course, Elder Scrolls. You're a big Elder Scrolls fan.
What are you saying, Mark?
Well, I'm just saying.
No,
you know,
I am looking forward to that. I am. Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim.
Yes.
There wasn't actually a lot to go on. I mean, the trailer was all kind of voiceover and lore and like animated stone engravings. So
Big dragon.
and a dragon breathing stone fire. So I don't know what to make of that. But they've got a new engine, so undoubtedly it'll look good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It needed replacing. So, Arkham City, you saw the trailer, what did you think?
Also dark and gritty, surprisingly enough.
Yes.
It was the SWAT dude being interrogated by Hugo Strange, who knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne, which is interesting.
Oh, really?
Yes, but they didn't make a big deal of Bruce Wayne and, you know, being Batman, or Batman being Bruce Wayne in the previous Arkham Asylum game. So I don't know what they're going to go do with that.
That game is looking fabulous, though.
Yes, it is.
That's my pick for next year, I think. Must buy regardless of anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, tons of stuff in BJ's, really cool stuff.
Okay. Right, don't forget to see all that news and a bunch of those trailers. Go to gamespot.com/news. Moving on, it's time for Mark's magical gift guide for gamers, also known as Mark's letter to Santa Claus. It begins.
Dear Santa, I've been especially good this year. Except for that thing with the thing. You know, the thing. Anywho, what I'd really like is...
If you're stuck for stocking fillers, then head over to firebox.com for these Nintendo Mini Classics. Featuring the classic Game & Watch titles Donkey Kong Jr. and Super Mario Bros., these are ideal for a bit of thumb-blistering retro action on the go and cost a mere £9.99.
Is the gamer in your life still not rocking surround sound? Sort them out with Creative's Sound Blaster X5 5.1 Pro USB sound card. It features analog surround, optical and headphone outputs, a mic socket, a line level input for an MP3 player and a giant volume knob, and who doesn't love those? Plus, it connects via USB, making it ideal if you don't fancy opening up your PC, or for those of you out there who are gaming on a laptop.
Let's face it, most gaming t-shirts are about as stylish as bin liners. So if you're wanting to give the gift of gaming clothing this year, head over to Insert Coin Clothing. Their range of gaming-inspired tees and hoodies look great, fit well, and don't make you look like a crazed fanboy. Marvellous.
Now, it's not often we give out interior design tips on GameSpot UK, but we'll make an exception for these awesome wall graphics from supernice.co.uk. These let you recreate the classic Atari Asteroids game on your wall, complete with high score, the classic triangular ship, and those impossible to hit UFOs. Plus, with their special re-stick adhesive, you can change the positioning whenever you like and easily remove them. Ideal for you out there that are renting.
If your gamer's audio could do with a shot in the arm, get their Tired Ears Corsair's HS1 PC headset featuring Dolby's Pro Logic 2X surround sound technology. They produce a faux 7.1 surround sound using just two 50mm drivers. Plus, they sound far better than most gaming headsets on the market, with a crystal clear high end and a mid-range that never gets boomy or muddy.
If your gamer is a World of Warcraft fiend, then spice up their spellcasting with this SteelSeries World of Warcraft Cataclysm mouse. It features 14 programmable buttons, a 150 frames per second sensor, and a size that puts other mice to shame. There's onboard memory for storing your favourite settings, and the steampunk-like aesthetics and orange LEDs make it look awesome on your desk. We're all big kids at heart, and there's nothing that reminds us of that more than Lego. The little plastic blocks of joy have been entertaining the world since 1949, and with this Star Wars Slave One Boba Fett ship, they'll be entertaining your gamer this Christmas. The ship features accurate detailing, Han Solo in carbonite, and a missile launcher. Yes, a missile launcher.
If you've got a bit more cash to splash, then you'll make a gamer very happy this Christmas with an iPod Touch. It features all the great features of the iPhone 4, like the Retina display, Apple A4 processor, and FaceTime video calling, minus the monthly contract. They'll also have access to literally thousands of great games on the App Store, like Peggle, Super Mega Worm, Rage, and Angry Birds, most of which won't run you more than a few quid each. Plus, they'll be getting one of the best media playing, web browsing, and social networking devices available.
Now, if you've got money to burn on Christmas presents, or you've really annoyed your significant other this year, what better way to make them love you again and scream like a 5-year-old than their very own arcade cabinet? While it might be a little difficult to hide under the tree, this Evo Elite made by UK-based Bespoke Arcades is the ultimate in home arcade gaming. Inside this hand-built chassis lies a fully fledged Windows 7 PC, complete with a quad-core processor, NVIDIA graphics, 28-inch HD monitor, and a Bose sound system. It comes preloaded with over 350 arcade games, including hits such as Pac-Man, Street Fighter, and Asteroid, all of which are easily accessed from the custom MAME emulator interface. The arcade quality sticks and buttons feel fantastic, and there's even a trackball for playing games like Missile Command. Just bring your own sticky floors along to complete the experience. Being a Windows-based PC, you can install any Windows apps you like, and you have full access to Media Center features, plus you can even watch Blu-rays on it. And if you've got yourself a spare PS3 lying around, you can hook it up directly to the cabinet via this handy HDMI port and use the arcade sticks for games like Super Street Fighter 4. Of course, this lot doesn't come cheap, but surely there's someone out there you love enough to spend a mean £5,295 on. If that's a little too steep for your taste, then Bespoke Arcades cabinets start at £2,195. I know exactly what I'm asking for this Christmas. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some Street Fighter to play. We love the smell of premium DLC in the morning. Battlefield Bad Company 2's Vietnam War set digital expansion adds new maps, weapons, and vehicles to the game's multiplayer offering. Here's what you need to know about it.
like us, you've neglected Battlefield Bad Company 2's outstanding multiplayer for too long, Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam is a sweet, sweet welcome back. This is a Vietnam War-era digital expansion that comprises 5 new maps, one to be unlocked further down the line, new weapons and new vehicles, all of which is bolstered by evocative licensed music. Among the Nam treats in store are flamethrowers, tuk-tuks and the Ride of the Valkyries a la Apocalypse Now. The M2 flamethrower is the most notable of the expansion's 15 contemporary lower-tech weapons, all of which are unlocked from the get-go, although experience accrued in the Vietnam expansion counts towards progress in the original Bad Company 2 multiplayer. In close combat, the M2's short-range jets of flame are pretty good at inducing panic, obscuring the opposition's view while draining health. And the nippy, rickety little tuk-tuks, the least intimidating of the expansion's 6 vehicles, are also the most irresistible, begging to be loaded with TNT and sent sailing into enemy lines. That TNT replaces Bad Company 2 C4 as the explosive of choice for the recon class, but the difference is only cosmetic, as with the syringe that replaces the medic's defibrillator and the blowtorch that replaces the engineer's repair tool. The cosmetic nods to authenticity mount up nicely though. Matches begin and end with grainy, newsreel-style US war reports. And the team character models reflect the new sides, American GIs and the North Vietnamese army. But beneath the Vietnam veneer, along with suitably lower tech new weapons and new vehicle handling, the essential squad-based play is unchanged and all the familiar multiplayer modes are available. There's a nice mix of environments in the maps, though jungle, long grass, bamboo stalks, rice fields and shallow water do feature heavily, with an ambience of bullfrog croaks and cricket chirps. The muddied water, tropical skies and burning distant jungle look good and should be a welcome change for those who've long since memorised the older Bad Company 2 maps. The lay of the land mostly pushes players into fighting up close, but a few map features, bridges overlooking large areas for instance, provide choice spots for long-range sniping. Phu Bai Valley is nearly all flat, spread across flooded rice fields. The long, hilly Vantage Point map stretches from a shallow river to a liberated North Vietnamese Army POW camp. The napalm-blasted Hill 137 map has the expansion's most striking vista, a blackened, smouldering hillside crisscrossed with foxholes, pretty much your only cover. Here in the tightly closed-in areas, flamethrowers and cook grenades are especially effective. The Khao Son Temple map, though, is nearly as memorable, with jungle sloping up to a scenic old temple and its walled grounds. The temple area is backed by mountains and edged with a river, on which US patrol boats with mounted guns await, ideal for controlling action on the shoreline. In the US vehicles, which include the boats and the shark-faced Huey helicopter, radios play Vietnam-era rock, as well as the near-ubiquitous Valkyries number, with the option to change stations by pressing left on the D-pad. Away from the water, the central temple building is defensible by a well-coordinated team, but only just, with multiple entrances to cover. Operation Hastings, the to-be-unlocked bonus map, is an updated version of the Battlefield Vietnam map. Here, a small temple-like structure houses one of the target MCOM stations, as does a small village of wooden shacks downriver, with boats on hand for transport between sites. A long bridge commands a view of much of the open space and water, making it an inviting position for snipers. Operation Hastings will become available once players collectively perform 69 million team actions. That's heals, repairs and the like. Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam will be out from December 18th for the PC and then from December 21st for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 for £9.99 and 1,200 points respectively.
If you're a World of Warcraft player, you'll most likely already be neck deep in Cataclysm, the apocalyptic expansion for Blizzard's mighty Mamorpaga. To celebrate its recent launch and Deathwing the Destroyer laying waste to old Azeroth, we sent a band of hardened adventurers out on a Warcraft-themed tavern crawl to win fat loot. Game Spotters, this is Jane and Guy. We're here at the Slaughtered Lamb in London for the World of Warcraft Cataclysm pub quest / tavern crawl. Guy, what have you got going on here?
Well, this is a new collection from Blizzard this year. It says the end of the world is nigh on one side, and then tell me what it says on the rear.
It says the Cataclysm is upon us.
Yeah, so I'm just going to walk up and down the street and advertise this off to everyone.
Amazing.
And probably scare some people.
The first few players have arrived. They're inside working out the clues, so we're going to go talk to them and find out how they're doing.
All right, guys, we're joined by Luke and Maddie. You might, some of you might recognise Luke from CNET UK. Tell us, you're a big World of Warcraft fan, but you're lapsed, right?
Yeah, that's right. We've both played it pretty solidly for about a year. I think we've been clean for maybe about 13, 14 months. So, I mean, but this stuff's pretty tempting to get back into it. We're trying very hard to resist, yeah.
We're kind of teasing you back in. Come back for the good stuff, Luke. Come back, join us.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're making it very difficult. I mean, free T-shirts. I mean, I've got a pint of beer over there. I mean, it's, you know, World of Warcraft clearly is bringing the good times.
Maddie, have you solved the first clue? So you're still here, not heading to the next pub yet?
Well, we have just solved it, so we would like to wrap this up quite quickly.
Okay. Stop wasting your time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to be rude, Guy, but you're more or less sabotaging our hopes of winning this thing, so...
All right. Well, good luck, guys. Thanks very much. All right, guys, we're here in the first pub with Emily. Emily, tell us about your character in World of Warcraft.
Well, she's a blood elf huntard, and I do crap DPS, but I, pretend I'm good, and it works.
And you're about to embark on the quest. You're the first one to get the clue, so you've got to go to another pub now.
Yeah. Right, this is Bellavere of the Guild Helkpo and Punkette. Yes, Alliance and Horde can work together. We are at the second pub in the quest line for the Drinking Across London for Cataclysm, and yeah, we are now at the Perseverance, so more drinking, more clues.
Okay, we're here with the current leaders of the Tavern Quest, and they're just going to receive their third clue, I believe. Do you want to read it for us?
Will apply an effect to the imbiber. Can be created by characters with the alchemy profession.
Any ideas?
No, I'm not an alchemist.
Okay, now we've got Maddie and Luke, who are also doing pretty well on Tavern Quest. What was the second clue from the second pub?
Who's feared by mortals and dragons alike, yeah?
Okay, and what was the answer?
The big dragon guy, so Deathwing. But we had to give his full name, which we couldn't quite remember, and I can't quite remember it now either.
Deathwing the Destroyer.
The Destroyer, yes. The Destroyer. Mr.
Deathwing
Sir
the Destroyer.
Deathwing the Destroyer.
Just gotta say, is it me or does London look like Northrend right now? Right, we've got Bellavere and Nails checking in once more. We are still winning. We are on our way to the next pub. The last clue was really simple. Very, very simple.
We're here at the Elixir pub here on the way to Camden, which is the penultimate tavern on the Tavern Quest. People have already started making their way inside, and as you can see, they're already leaving. They're running in the snow. That's not safe, guys. No running. No running. All right, guys, we're here with the current leaders on the World of Warcraft pub crawl, tavern crawl, with Felicia, Ming, and Sean. Guys, tell us, how have you managed to get your lead?
A combination of running and walking, I suppose.
Right. Have the clues so far been quite hard?
It's okay, I guess. Yeah.
And you're obviously like really into your World of Warcraft. Has that helped you out, or have you been using phones to research and stuff as well?
Both have helped actually. Both of us are really into Warcraft, and phones have helped a lot.
There are literally questing on the streets of London. It's happening. It's exciting. And I think that's it. We probably need to make our way to the final pub. So let's go and pack it up and go and see who makes it. Who is going to be the final winner on the Tavern Quest.
Okay, we're in the cab to the final tavern on Tavern Quest. It's the World's End, fittingly enough. And while we're here, we're going to sort out Seb, our video guy, with a brand new character. And Seb, you're going to roll Worgen, right?
I'm going to try.
You're going to try?
Yeah.
What have you got names-wise?
Nothing fantastic yet. I'm thinking maybe Snarls Barkley.
Snarls Barkley.
Snarls Barkley,
Oh yeah. Okay. Worgen Donor, right?
Church Worgen.
Church Worgen.
Maybe Worgen Spurlock.
Okay. Worgen Grinder. Worgen Donor.
Yeah.
God of Worgen.
Gears
of Worgen. Bitey McFuzzface.
Growly Snarlsworthy.
Lord Clawington. No, Lord Growlsington.
Growls.
I don't know.
Growlsington.
Okay.
I like it.
All right. Sir Chomsalot.
Sir Chomsalot.
All right. Daily Mall. That's one of mine. You can have that. You can have that. Daily Mall. And Nick Furry is my favourite, but you can't have that. Lycan Virgin. Liken It. Big Fang Theory. Stabatha Christie. Howley Von Chomp. And, I don't know. And we're here at the World's End, the final tavern in the World of Warcraft, Cataclysm, Pub Quest / Tavern Crawl. We're ahead of the leading contestants because we took a cab while they're walking in the snow. We're going to head inside and get warm, maybe have some mulled wine, and wait for the winners to show up. And it looks like we've got some winners. Hey, you guys, how you feeling?
Really tired, but good.
Yeah, really tired.
Yeah, really tired. We ran all the way here.
We're sorry. We're so sorry, you guys. You were so close. Just a few minutes too late.
We lost, didn't we? Yeah.
All right, that's it of World of Warcraft Tavern Quest. We've announced the winners and it's time to go home. I am frozen. Over to you, Guy.
That's right, Jane. It's been an amazing tavern quest, probably the best tavern quest I've ever been on. But that's it for the night. Let's go home, let's declare our winner, and we'll see you next Monday when World of Warcraft Cataclysm finally launches.
Time for the new releases now, and there are slim pickings this week for ye olde boxed games, but there is some good stuff on the download front. First one to look out for is Sackboy's Prehistoric Moves, which is a co-op Little Big Planet spin-off, combining Move and standard controllers, which is available on PSN from December 15th.
And then there's X-Men the arcade game, available on PSN as of December 14th, and XBLA as of December 15th, and that's a version of the 1992 arcade game, of course.
And for even more Marvel magic, Marvel Pinball is new to the PSN store as of December 14th. As you might expect, it's pinball on Marvel-themed pinball tables.
Then, as mentioned earlier, there's Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam, out on PC on December 18th, Xbox 360 and PS3 coming later on December 21st. Time for your feedback. Don't forget you can get in touch with us on Twitter via @GameSpotUK, Facebook via facebook.com/GameSpotUK, and on the Start Select page, which is gamespot.com/StartSelect. First up on the Start Select page, another 110 said of the last Start Select show, congrats to the PC winner, but I am disappointed, smiley face. Valiant loser.
Can't give one to everyone,
Sorry.
sadly. We'd love to. But let's get to Facebook. On Facebook, we were talking about the VGAs, and Miles Cheverton says, are there no original ideas left? The games industry is worse than Hollywood. Make something new! Exclamation mark, shaking fist, etc.
Well, and Sean George says pretty much all of the stuff in between trailers was embarrassing. Next year is absolutely packed from start to finish, though, which is true.
It is true, it's looking great. Daz Burrows says, well, hey, Elder Scrolls 5. Now we just need Elder Scrolls to be online, a bit like WoW.
We do not need that.
We do not need
I don't need that. I don't need another MMO in my life.
No,
Sorry.
I think a single player's fine.
Totally. So let's crack on with the competition. In last week's show, we had 5 copies of Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii to give away, and the lucky winners are Sally Brooke from Hayward,
Stephen Burns from Hoddesdon,
Menel Salah from Bolton,
Joe Keeley from Ely,
and Jacob Phillipson from Hereford.
And in the name of offloading our unbelievable surplus of amazing Blu-rays, we were giving away yet another stack of movies.
George If Alabi correctly named the 4 directors of the Alien anthology as Ridley Scott, James Cameron, David Fincher, and Jean-Pierre Jeunet. Congrats, George.
That's it for this show and for this year, in fact. But Start Select will be back in 2011 with more news, more competitions, and more of Jane in silly hats. Happy holidays, and we hope Santa brings you everything you asked for. Between now and next time, be sure to check us out on your Xbox 360 with Start Select features regularly appearing on the Inside Xbox channel.
And don't forget to send us your questions and comments via the Start Select page, facebook.com/GameSpotUK, or Twitter, on which we are @GameSpotUK. Peace, we out.